At the beginning of the movie, we see a hall full of scientists at a high-level seminar. They're discussing something pretty terrifying. Earth is slowly falling apart. Humanity is running out of time. Our planet is basically becoming unlivable. So the scientists revealed their massive plan. They found another planet way out in deep space with a climate almost identical to Earth, a place where humans might survive. After years of research, in the year 2063, they finally confirm it. This distant world could be humanity's next home. But there's a catch. Getting there will take 86 years. That means anyone who leaves Earth now will never see the new planet. The crew who arrives there will actually be the third generation, born and raised on the spaceship. The second generation, the kids born on the ship, will take over the mission. And all these children will be created artificially through genomes to make them extremely smart, disciplined, and perfectly built for life in space. In the seminar, they show the image of the new planet on the screen, and everyone in the room realizes this mission is humanity's last shot at survival. Next, we meet Richard, the only adult responsible for raising the 29 genetically engineered children created in the lab. These kids have never met their real parents. Richard is the only grown-up they know, so emotionally, he's like their father. Every night, Richard checks on them. One boy, Zach, tells him, "I'm scared." Richard reassures him, "Nothing's gonna happen, we're safe." The next day, the mission chiefs ask Richard to join the space journey, not as a passenger, but as the protector and mentor of these kids. Soon we see the giant flight deck launching from Earth. Richard takes one last look at his home planet, knowing he'll never return. 10 years later, the kids are now teenagers, living a robotic, routine-based life inside the ship. Every morning, they drink a blue liquid that suppresses their emotions, desires, and natural instincts. Basically, it keeps them calm, obedient, and predictable. They work in their assigned fields: doctors, scientists, engineers, botanists, all perfectly trained. One of the crew members, Sela, tells Richard, "I feel like there's nothing special about our lives here." Richard explains that this mission is the only hope for the future of humanity, even showing her a photo of her grandparents. Meanwhile, Christopher, working in the botany lab, finds a strange chemical on his plants, something he was never taught about. When he asks Richard, Richard brushes him off. Christopher grows suspicious. With Zach's help, he hacks the ship's computer and discovers the truth. The blue liquid is basically emotional control juice. It keeps them from feeling desire, anger, attraction, everything human. The next morning, Christopher and Zach skip the drink, and everything starts to change. Christopher confronts Richard, accusing him of lying. Richard reveals a hidden chamber meant for the third generation. He sends a message to Earth asking whether he should tell the kids the truth. Meanwhile, emotions are rising. Christopher starts liking Sela, but Zach is jealous and becomes aggressive. Richard tries to stop Zach, but conflict breaks out between the boys. These are the first signs of what happens when they stop taking the blue liquid. That night, Richard takes Christopher outside the ship in a spacesuit to repair a damaged transmitter. Suddenly, the control center catches fire. Richard gets badly burned and dies. The ship loses contact with Earth. All images, data, and messages get wiped during the reboot. For the first time, the kids are truly on their own. With Richard gone, they need a leader. Christopher is chosen. Zach pretends to support him, but inside, he's boiling with jealousy. Sela finds old photos of their real parents in Richard's office. She confesses to Christopher that she feels lonely, even surrounded by people. Christopher comforts her. Meanwhile, Zach begins influencing others, convincing them to stop drinking the blue liquid. He forms his own group and things quickly spiral out of control. Christopher tries to calm everyone, but Zach wants absolute freedom. No rules, no discipline. During a tense meeting, Zach claims an alien killed Richard, insisting there's something evil inside the ship. Others start believing him. Chaos breaks loose. Christopher investigates Richard's death and finds evidence. Zach killed him, He overheated the system, causing the explosion. Zach faked the alien story so no one would enter the room and discover the truth. Christopher and Sella plan to expose him, but Zach takes control, claiming he's the new chief. He twists the story, saying Richard had an alien inside him that jumped into someone else. Zach points at a random crewmate, calling him an alien. The group, panicked and manipulated, chases the poor guy and kills him. Christopher and Sella realize things have gone way too far. Sella tricks Zach, pretending she wants to join his group. Meanwhile, Christopher searches for weapons, but Zach gets there first. A brutal chase begins. Zach's group tries to kill Christopher and Sella. Christopher escapes into the botany tunnels, but Zach fires at him. Christopher gets away and reaches Sella. Together, they run to the airlock room. Christopher yells, "Get the spacesuit on now!" As Zach shoots the door, the window cracks and the room starts pulling everything into space. Christopher and Sella are safe in suits, but Zach isn't. Zach desperately clings to Sella, trying to pull himself back in. Christopher returns just in time and manages to throw Zach into space. Sella seals the door and saves Christopher before he drifts away. Zach disappears into the darkness. He's gone. With Zach dead, Christopher and Sella regain control of the ship. The remaining crewmates drop their weapons. Christopher is voted the new leader. Life slowly returns to normal. Time passes. Christopher and Sella eventually have a daughter, the beginning of the third generation. Years later, the ship's interior is filled with kids running around. 86 long years have passed. Finally, the ship arrives at the new planet. The children gather at the window, staring in awe at the world that will become their home. A planet they've dreamed of all their lives. The mission is complete. And the movie ends with this beautiful shot. Hope finally restored. Thanks for watching.